Carburetor.
A carburetor is a device which helps in mixing fuel and air together for facilitating internal combustion inside an internal combustion engine. This device passes the mixture of fuel and air to the intake manifold of an internal combustion engine. Components of carburetor: throttle valve, strainer, Venturi, metering system, idling system, float chamber, mixing chamber, idle and transfer port, choke valve. Types of carburetor: updraft carburetor, horizontal type carburetor, downdraft type carburetor, updraft type carburetor. In this type of carburetor, air goes through the bottom of the carburetor, and fuel comes from the float chamber, and due to the pressure difference within the two chambers with the help of Venturi, fuel comes out from the fuel pipe and mix with the inlet air and make a mixture of air-fuel, which is passed through the throttle valve, which is directly connected with the accelerator, and goes to the engine cylinder where the combustion of charge takes place. Horizontal type carburetor. When you rotate the downdraft carburetor in the horizontal direction, then it's become horizontal type carburetor. The working principle of this type of carburetor is very simple. Here the carburetor stays in the horizontal position where the air is coming in through the one end of the carburetor shown in the below figure, and mixing with fuel to make the air-fuel mixture, and then the air-fuel mixture is going to the engine cylinder for combustion. Downdraft carburetor. In this type of carburetor, air comes from the top of mixing chamber, and the fuel comes from the bottom of the mixing chamber. Here also the same principle works. Due to low pressure created by the two Venturis, fuel comes out through the pipe, and then the mixing of fuel and air occurred here. The mixture of fuel and air is controlled by the choke valve, and the quantity of charge supplied to the engine cylinder is controlled by the throttling valve. In this time, most vehicles used downdraft carburetor systems because of the advantages I mentioned above. Functions of a carburetor. The main function of carburetors to mix air and gasoline and provides a high combustion mixture. It controls the engine speed. It also regulates the air-fuel ratio. Increase or decrease the amount of mixture according to the engine speed and load changing, to supply the correct amount of air-fuel mixture at the correct strength under all conditions of load and speed of the engine. Advantages of the carburetor. Carburetor parts are not as expensive as that of fuel injectors. With the use of a carburetor, you get more air and fuel mixture. In terms of a road test, carburetors have more power and precision. Disadvantages of the carburetor. The working of a carburetor is affected by changes in atmospheric pressure. More fuels are consumed since carburetors are heavier than fuel injectors. More air emissions than fuel injectors. The maintenance costs of a carburetor are higher than the fuel injection system. Applications of carburetor. Used for spark ignition engine. It used to control the speed of the vehicles. It converts the main fuel petrol into fine droplets and mixes with air to burn in smoothly and properly without any problem.